Hello everyone, my name is David Taufik Nur Rahman. In this occasion, I will explain about the paper, and the title of the paper is SPR Shares Dual Mode Plasmonic Based Sensor via Catalytic Herfin Assembly Induced Cold Nanoparticle. The first is related to the biosensor development and problems. Biosensor is a sensor which is designed to detect some analyte like cholesterol, glucose, urea, antigen, target DNA, and so on. And to detect this analyte specifically, biosensor composed by biocompatible layer. So when there is the interaction between biocompatible layer and the analyte, we will get the signal, electrical signal, optical or physical signal, and the signal will be amplified by using amplifier and will be processed by using microelectronic, and we will get the data. And the current trend in the development of biosensor is to improve the performance of the biosensor. The performance of the biosensor include the sensitivity, the selectivity, and the accuracy. But most of biosensor is based on single mode biosensor. But if we only use single mode biosensor, it will be difficult to get a good sensor, because maybe in our measurement we will get a lot of error from our background, like this figure. So the solution is we can use multi-mode biosensor, so there is more of one sensor in one device. So this is the objective of this research. We want to develop dual mode biosensor based on SPR Shares Plasmonic Biosensor. Here we use colloidal gold nanoparticle, and we want to this nanoparticle to detect gastric cancer, microRNA, Sig52. And the sensing mechanism of dual mode biosensor that we developed is shown in this figure. We have two probe here, probe 1 and probe 2. For probe 1 we functionalize by capture DNA, and for probe 2 we functionalize by using H1, hairpin 1, and also for MBA. Probe 2 was used to detect microRNA Sig52, and after that we use H2, hairpin 2 to induce the formation, the network formation between probe 2 and probe 1. When there is the interaction between probe 1 and probe 2, we will get the network structure like this one, and we will measure this structure by using two devices. The first is a confocal Raman microscope, and the second is by using inverted microscope. So we will get two data here. The first is dark field microscope image, and the second is surface enhanced Raman scattering image. And to get SPR data, we use Image Pro Plus. And this is some of the single strand DNA we use in this study. MicroRNA Sig52 is the detected analyte symbolized by T, and this is the sequence of microRNA Sig52. And then this is the hairpin DNA H1 and H2, and this one for capture DNA. And to know the selectivity of our biosensor, we investigate different single strand DNA. The first is single base mismatch DNA, SM. So in this DNA there is only one sequence that will not match to the capture DNA. And after that, this is for 3 base mismatch DNA, and this one for unmatched DNA. Next is result and discussion. We use polyacrylamide gel electrophoresis PG characterization to know the DNA hybridization. So here we have for DNA, which is target DNA, H1, H2, and capture DNA, and this one the bright spot of each DNA. And by analyzing the bright band of each DNA, we can study their interaction, and after we make H1 and H2, we will get to bright band, which is line 9 here. This is the bright band after we mix H1 and H2, and the position of bright band is still same, still consistent with the condition before we mix this DNA. But after we mix this DNA with target DNA, we can see new bright spot here, and the intensity of new bright spot is depend on the concentration of the target DNA. And after we mix this DNA with capture DNA, the intensity will increase like this one, and the position will be slightly shift to the another position. And the shift of the bright spot indicate the hybridization of the Harvard assembly with capture DNA. So after we know the hybridization of DNA, we try to investigate the feasibility of our dual mode based sensor. The first is related to the feasibility of the SPR based sensor. So here we have 4 samples, gold nanoparticle and probe 2, and then blank control and probe 1 and probe 2 network. The scattering was not seen in the bare gold nanoparticle image, but after modification with H1 and 4 MBA molecule, the light scattering and the distribution of probe 2 had a little bit change compared to the bare gold nanoparticle. The DFM image of the control plane saw a slight yellow spot, and based on this scanning electron microscope image, there is a little aggregation in the gold nanoparticle. After we add 1 picomolar microRNA, we can see more and more yellow spot, which is indicate a network of probe 1 and probe 2 has been formed. And finally, SPR sensing can be done by investigating this yellow spot. And then this is the result to investigate the feasibility of the ratiometric search measurement. So to see the feasibility of the search sensing, we measure the search signal on probe 2 with different 4 MBA concentration. This is the result obtained. The black spectrum is the spectrum for our ROX sample here, and there is no MBA in this sample. Next, this is the spectrum at different MBA concentration, and this is the spectrum for MBA molecule. So no ROX molecule in this sample. To compare each spectrum, we normalize the spectrum and we will get the spectrum like this one. Based on this figure, we can see that the higher concentration of 4 MBA, the higher the peak produced relative to ROX sample. Of all concentration investigate, we finally use a concentration of 1.1 for further investigation, because at this concentration the ROX and 4 MBA peaks here clearly visible in the search spectrum. We optimize the performance of dual mode based sensor by investigating the dose difference of probe 1 and probe 2. This image shows the FM image for different concentration of probe 1. In this case, the concentration of microRNA was not constant, which is 100 picomolar. From the FM image, a number yellow spots were increasingly visible. with increasing the probe 1 concentration. This indicates the formation of high yield of the probe 1 and probe 2 network structure. After we convert this image to the SPR sample to SPR signal, we will get the spectrum like this one, red data here, and this one for the SERS signal, and after we plot, we will get the data like this one. And of all the concentration investigated, we finally chose the dose concentration, this 1.1, because at this concentration the SERS signal shows stable response. So after optimization, we finally use the obtained structure to detect different microRNA concentration, started from 100 picomolar to 10 nanomolar. For the first investigation, we used the buffer in the form of PBS here, and we plot in the logarithmic scale between the concentration of target with the intensity. For this one for SPR base and this one for SERS base. And from this figure we can get the limit of detection of the sensor, and limit of detection of SPR base is 39.2 femtomolar, and limit of detection of SERS base is 1.48 femtomolar. From this result, we can see that the sensitivity of the SERS base sensor is higher than sensitivity of the SERS base sensor, because the limit of detection is lower here. And then after we investigate the sensitivity of our base sensor, we try to investigate the selectivity and the uniformity of the base sensor. And the selectivity of the base sensor was tested by detecting target microRNA, unmatched DNA, 3 base mismatch DNA, and a single base mismatch DNA. And this is the concentration of TM, and SM, and this one the concentration of target DNA. We can see that for unmatched DNA, the response of the SPR and SERS sensor is almost the same as in the blank condition. However, when the sensor detects microRNA, the resulting response is very high. This proves that the sensor has a good selectivity. And then if we compare the TM, and SM, the SPR signal is always smaller than the SERS signal. This means that the SPR base sensor has better selectivity than SERS sensor. And then to know the uniformity of the SERS sensor, we measure the SERS signal at 50 different points. And the result obtained are a residual standard deviation of our SERS base sensor is around 12%, which means that the SERS sensor has good uniformity. And finally, we change the buffer from PBS to 10% human serum to know the practicability of our dual mode base sensor. We detected different target concentration here, starting from 100 femtomolar until 10 nanomolar. With the same process with before, we do the linear fitting, and we will get the limit of detection of each sensor. And for SPR base sensor, the limit of detection is 42.5 femtomolar, but for SERS base sensor is 2.91 femtomolar. So from this result, we can conclude that the proposed base sensor has a high potential for the application in the medical detection. Then this is the conclusion of my presentation. Here we have successfully designed a dual mode SPR SERS plasmonic base sensor based on network of Hair-Pin induced Cold nanoparticle, and the SPR signal is obtained for the color change in the DFM image, while the shared signal is obtained from the comparison between the ROX molecule and the 4-MBA molecule, and the limit of detection of the SPR by sensor is 42.5 femtomolar, but for SARS by sensor is 2.91 femtomolar. This limit of detection is in the human serum buffer. I think that's all my presentation. Thank you.